Coco Martin!
Good morning, everyone. Today we will be exploring the different stories of Filipino people. In a peaceful town, people end their day with stories whispered in fear. Tales of the Aswang, a creature that hides among them. By day, the Aswang looks like an ordinary woman, quiet, shy, like everyone else. But when darkness falls, she transforms. With a soundless hiss, her body twists into the form of a bird, or a dog, or even a pig. Her tongue grows long and thin, ready to seek her prey. At night, she hunts. The Aswang feast on the blood of the living, especially children and unborn babies. No one is safe when she prowls. When the villagers know how to fight back, they carry garlic, blast oil, and crosses. For these things, the monster drive away, and when the oil begins to boil, they know the Aswang is near. To spot an Aswang, look into her eyes. If your reflection appears upside down, you've found her. Only by sunlight is she weak, but at night, her strength is beyond human. The only way to kill her is to strike her down or cut off her head. When morning comes, peace returns to the village, yet everyone knows when the moon rises again, the Aswang may return. Beware the Aswang, she could be living next door. As the sun disappears and night begins to whisper through the trees, there is one shadow you must never ignore, the Capre. They say the Capre is a giant creature, tall, strong, covered in dark hair, who loves to sit atop big trees smoking his never-ending cigar as he watches the world below. He is not always cruel, but he loves to play tricks. When children wander too far at night, the Capre may make them lose their way, turning paths into circles until they cry in fear. If you ever find yourself going in circles and can't escape, the Capre is toying with you. To break free, take off your shirt, turn it inside out, and wear it again. Only then will his spell fade. True, the Capre enjoys his pranks, anger him, and his sword will shake the forest, harm his trees, or disturb his peace, and you may never find your way out alive. But not all Capres are monsters. Some are guardians, watching over farmers, animals, and travelers, keeping things safe under the moonlight. So when you pass by a large tree at night and smell cigar smoke in the air, don't look up. Just whisper, "Tabi-tabi po, Capre," and walk away quietly. The Capre, the watchful giant of the trees. I hope you are enjoying the different Filipino stories, the Aswang and the Capre. Again, Aswang is a creature that can transform into any form, and Capre is a giant creature that lives in a big tree while smoking his cigar. If you want more to explore the different stories of the Filipino people, just continue the video. In the deep forests and high mountains of the Philippines, travelers whisper about a strange creature. Tall, shadowy, and half horse, half human, they call it the tikbalang. They say the tikbalang loves to play tricks. If you wander into its territory, it might lead you astray, making you walk in circles, lost and confused, even when the path home is right in front of you. Some believe the tikbalang guards the forest, protecting the spirits and creatures that live beneath the ancient trees. Others whisper that it is the spirit of a lost soul, sent back from limbo to roam the earth forever. With the head and hooves of a horse and the body of a man, the tikbalang is said to stand taller than any human. Its eyes glow in the dark, and its long, sharp mane bristles like spines. But fear not. If you ever feel lost in the woods, there are ways to escape its tricks. Turn your shirt inside out, ask permission to pass, move quietly, for it your anger ate, you may never find your way out again. Legends say that if someone can leap onto the tikbalang's back and tie it with a special cord, the creature will fight and soar through the air until it grows tired and finally gives up. From then on, the tikbalang becomes your loyal servant. And when rain falls while the sun still shines, Filipinos smile and say, "May kinakasal na tikbalang. A tikbalang is getting married." So next time you walk through the woods, tread carefully. For somewhere, watching from the shadows, a tikbalang may be waiting, ready to play its tricks on you. Deep in the forests of the Philippines, hidden beneath trees and mounds, live the mysterious being known as Duende, the tiny old man of the earth. These little creatures look like old men with long beards and big hats. They live inside anthills, old houses, and even under rocks, showing themselves only to those they like. They say the duende especially loved children, sometimes playing tricks, sometimes sharing laughter. But be careful, not all duende are kind. If you harm their home or forget to say, "Tabi-tabi po, makikiraan po," you may anger them and suffer a mysterious illness that no doctor can cure. Only an albularyo, a traditional healer, can calm their ward, using prayers, herbs, and food offerings to make peace with the unseen. There are many kinds of duende. The white ones bring peace and healing. The black ones through fear can bring good fortune. The green ones love children but can be nasty. And the red duende, beware, for they are the most deceitful and cruel. For those who show respect are rewarded with luck and protection, but those who mock or harm, they may never wake from their curse. So the next time you walk through the forest, remember to whisper, "Tabi-tabi po," because you never know who might be watching, hidden in the shadows, smiling beneath their little hats. Respect the unseen, and they will protect you. Today, you already know the different stories of the Filipino people. These are the aswang, the tikbalang, the kapre, and the duende. And now, we will also explore the different creatures of other countries. Long ago, in the green hills of Ireland, lived a small and secretive fairy, the leprechaun. They say if you follow the rainbow's end, you might just find one. guarding his pot of gold. By trade, the leprechaun is a shoemaker, always busy tapping and mending shoes for other fairies. If you listen closely, you might hear tap, 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 echoing through the forest. Legend says if a human catches a leprechaun, he must grant 3 wishes or give up his pot of treasure to earn his freedom. But beware, leprechauns are clever trickster. With a sly smile, he'll trick you, disappear into thin air, and leave you staring at nothing but your own reflection. Never turn your eyes away, or you lose both your gold and your chance. The earliest leprechauns wore red coats and pointed hats, symbols of fairy folk in old Ireland. They live in tree hollows and rabbit holes far from human eyes. But as stories grew and time passed, their image changed. From red to green, with shiny buckles and a pipe in their mouth, always smiling, always plotting their next trick. If you ever hear tapping in the woods or the cheerful whistle of a cobbler, stop and listen. A leprechaun may be near, guarding his gold or playing a prank on you. They are the keepers of Ireland's magic, small in size but great in mischief. So if you ever chase a rainbow, be careful what you wish for. The leprechaun, Ireland's trickster of fortune and fairy gold. In the deep forest of North America, where mist drifts between ancient trees, there is said to walk a creature unlike any other, the Bigfoot. Known to some as Sasquatch, he is a towering, ape-like being covered in thick, dark hair. Many have tried to catch a glimpse, few ever returned with proof. They say his footprints stretch nearly 2 feet long, the marks of something powerful and impossible to ignore. Long before modern tales, the Native Americans spoke of the Sasquatch, a spirit of the wild. Some believe he could steal your soul with a single look. Even today, stories tell of hikers who hear heavy footsteps, branches breaking, and a low growl echoing through the dark. Yet not all tales speak of fear. Some say Bigfoot is peaceful, a guardian of the forest who avoids humankind watching from afar. But beware, not all encounters end kindly. Some say Bigfoot can turn violent when threatened, and those who disturb his home never returned. Whether beast, spirit, or legend, Bigfoot remains unseen, yet never forgotten. For in every rustle of the forest, his story still walk among us. In the still of the night, when the farms grow silent and the moon hangs heavy in the sky, something stirs in the shadow, the chupacabra, the goat summer. It began in Puerto Rico on 1995. Farmers awoke to horror, goats and chickens, drained of blood, their bodies marked by strange wounds no beast could explain. Witnesses spoke of a creature with burning red eyes, fang teeth, and a long tongue. It moved swiftly, vanishing into the night, leaving only silence and fear behind. Some said it had wings like a bat, others swore it hopped like a kangaroo. Its gray skin shimmered under moonlight, part reptile, part nightmare. Those who searched for answers found only mystery. Tracks with 3 toes, the smell of sulfur in the air, and fear that lingered long after dawn. In one town, a creature broke into a child's room, shredding a toy bear, leaving behind a trail of slime and decay. The people knew the chupacabra had come. Years later, across Mexico and Texas, strange videos surface, a hairless dog-like beast racing through the dark. Was it real or just another hunting legend? To this day, the chupacabra remains a mystery, a creature of fear, born from shadow and blood. And when livestock cry in the night, some still whisper its name. As night falls across quiet towns of Europe, parents whisper to their children, "Close your eyes or the Sandman will come." They say he drifts between dreams, carrying magic sand that brings sleep, a sprinkle for peaceful dreams, a handful for restless ones. To those who rest early and dream kindly, the Sandman is a friend. His sand brings wonder, warmth, and the sweetest sleep. But to the stubborn and the sleepless, his face is never gentle. Legends warn that those who fight his magic will meet a darker fate. In the oldest tales, he would steal the eyes of naughty children who refused to sleep, taking them to his iron nest on the moon. There he would feed their eyes to his pale children, forever awake, forever watching in a land where dreams turned to dust. But in newer tales, the Sandman walked among us as Harvey Sandman, the mattress king, who hypnotizes people into buying sleep itself. So tonight, when you feel the weight in your eyes and the dreams begin to come, remember, the Sandman has passed your way. Long before, the world has ruled by humans. The forests, hills, and winds belong to another kind, the fair folk, or the fairies. Some say they were once ancient spirits, small gods forgotten by men. Others believe they were angels, cast out but not fallen enough for hell. Whatever the truth, they have lived beside us, unseen yet always near. Fairies are as varied as dreams themselves. Some shine with beauty and grace, others twist in forms of honor and mischief. To meet one could be a blessing or a curse. In the old Scottish tales, fairies were divided into two great courts. The silly court, kind yet proud. They bless those who respect nature, but offend them and you invite their wrath. And the unseelie court, cruel, restless, forever hungry for human fear. Beneath the earth lie fairy mounds, ancient hills said to be their homes or portals to the other world. Step upon one carelessly, and you might never return. In the deep woods, beware the fairy rings, circles where the fair folk dance through the night. Enter one, and you may dance until dawn, or until your soul is lost. Then there are the changelings, fair children left behind after they steal a human baby. The parents raise the strange child, never knowing that the real one now dances in the land of eternal twilight. Not all fairies wear wings. The dwarfs dwell beneath mountains, forging castles of gold. The elves, bright and wise, whisper secrets to the trees. The goblins, dark and greedy, hunger for gold and chaos. and the leprechauns, ever tricky, guard their pots of gold at the rainbow's end. Sprites, pixies, gnomes, trolls all belong to the world of the unseen. They are the laughter in the wind, the whisper in the grass, the sparkle in the morning dew. So when you walk alone at night and the air feels alive, remember to tread lightly and never mock the fair folk. For beauty and danger walk hand in hand, and the fairies are always watching. Long before the world knew of Santa Claus, before the reindeer, the sleigh, and the jingling bells, there was a humble man named Nicholas. Born around the year 280 in a small village near Myra, in what's now Turkey, Nicholas was known for his kindness and generosity. He gave away all he owned to help the poor and sick, his heart filled not with gold, but with goodness. One night, he learned of a poor man whose daughters were to be sold into slavery. Quietly, Nicholas dropped bags of gold through the window, enough to save them all. That night, the legend of Saint Nicholas, the protector of children, was born. As the centuries passed, tales of his kindness spread across Europe. Sailors prayed to him for safe voyages, children whispered his name before sleep, and every December 6, his feast day was filled with gifts and joy. When Dutch settlers sailed to the New World, they carried with them the stories of Sinterklaas, Saint Nicholas in their own tongue. In their new home, the legend grew once more, this time in America. In 1804, images of Saint Nicholas showed him delivering toys and fruit to children, and soon the kind bishop of Myra began to take on a new form, jolly, round, and dressed in red. Then came the words that changed everything. In 1823, Clement Clark Moore wrote A Visit from Saint Nicholas, the poem now known as 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. It was this story that gave us the Santa we know, with 8 reindeer, a sleigh full of toys, and hearty laugh that echoed, "Ho, ho, ho." Later, artist Thomas Nass painted him as the jolly man in a red suit, with twinkling eyes and a white beard, and so the saint became the symbol of Christmas itself. From a kind monk to a magical figure who visits every home on Christmas Eve, Santa Claus has changed, yet his heart remains the same. A spirit of giving, of joy, and of love for every child who believes. So when you wake on Christmas morning and see gifts beneath the tree, remember the man who began it all, Saint Nicholas, the true spirit of Christmas. So, as we come to the end of our journey through the world of mythical creatures, starting from the Aswan and to the other countries, we realize that every story carries a piece of culture, belief, and imagination. These creatures may come from different countries, but they all remind us of one thing: the power of storytelling to connect people, to teach lessons, and to keep our traditions alive. In the end, whether they frighten us or fascinate us, these legends continue to shape who we are and remind us that magic still lives in every story we tell.